everyone, I am Tacet, and welcome to week 2 of the raid. So of course this week we'll have to use a bunch of Glacial peak troops. Unfortunately, there are so few options to use within this kingdom, mainly because the raid boss has immunity to basically everything. So yeah, we have almost nothing we can do. Like as far as troops within the kingdom, you can't go and mana burn it, it has immune to that, and you can't go and freeze it because it's immune to that. So yeah, a little bit annoying to have to deal with that is for sure. Not to mention the weaker ones have a pretty low mana cost, and how they scale, it's going to be just really annoying to take them out. But yeah, anyways, hope you've all been having a pretty good day today. Mine was pretty chill, but let's get into this. Raid bosses, unlike last time, I haven't done any of the battles yet. Wanted to save them all for the streams, might as well. Of course, I'm going to be starting off with this team that I mentioned earlier. May try the other one just a little bit, but I believe this is the one I will be using for the good majority of the time. And that is the Frostwing, the hero using Mang with the Archer hero class for the half mana start, as well as the 15% chance to randomly kill on skulls. The Winter Wolf, mainly for its Hunter's Mark, and the God Hunter, obviously, of Freya. Basically, that would always be used in your team, regardless of anything, because you just need it to kill out whatever the boss thing is. So it works quite conveniently for that. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello Danny. Hello Seaburn. Hello William. Hello William. Hello Simple. Hello Captain. Hello Mortimer. Hello Metalaris. Hello Alan. So hello Pedro. Welcome all. Welcome. If you guys have anything you want to ask, any questions, team builds, all that kind of stuff, let me know. Have you noticed how sometimes Firebomb and Sunbird will cause a light storm instead of a firestorm? I have never noticed that. Are you sure it's not the enemy? Because you have to keep in mind traits trigger in order from the top left to the bottom right. So let's say, for example, we have, well, I don't have any traits in this battle to be able to really show it. But let's say our second troop, let's say this troop right here. This one will create a red storm. This is our Sunbird, let's say. This will create a red storm when when something dies, when one of our ally dies. But let's say they have something on the opposing team. Let's say something anywhere's on their team, doesn't really matter. Let's just say it's on their first slot, and it has create a light storm whenever an enemy dies. Well, every single time you die on your Sunbird, you're actually going to get a light storm, not a firestorm. The reason for this is traits trigger in order from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So if they have a light storm on death, it will always override your Sunbird dying. So yeah, I never really thought about that as a counter, but yes, if they have do a storm on death that's different than your Sunbirds, it will always do whatever their storm is, not what your storm is. So yeah, be careful of that. But yeah, that's what's happening there. It's not because it's just randomly doing the wrong storm. It's because they have something that does a storm, and due to trait order, they will always get it over you, because it starts from the top left and works to the bottom right every single time. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there's a lot of weird interactions within the game. Normally it doesn't come up in most battles, but do be wary of that. All traits interact in that way, every single one, and there are a few weird instances for it. The way that troops apply their effects too work in that way. For example, you always want to put your core Vash in front of your Queen map, not only because it has leadership, but because if you stun and freeze a troop and you're in core Vash Queen map order, and let's say it has insulated, which is immune to freeze. Does he have that? No. But let's just say one of them had insulated. It'll stun it and then freeze it. But if you did it the other way around with Queen Mab in front of your troop and Core Vash somewhere behind it, it would freeze it while it still has immune to freeze and then stun it, meaning it would not be frozen. Yeah, there's a lot of very weird interactions like that. Yeah, well, it doesn't come up that often though, so you normally don't need to really worry about it. We'll go throw that down. I don't know why this one is taking so long. Probably because we don't have any AoE, which is a bit of an issue here. I guess I could go put one on for the earlier battles. Feels a little bit weird just to do that, just for these few battles, but I might need to go do that because it would speed up these smaller ones just a little bit. I don't know, maybe we'll stick with this. If we see a Raven, it would be a lot easier to kill it with like a single Mang. We can easily just take it out with that. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the Frostwing. I almost just want to get rid of it and put like a something in the last slot that gives us like a +1 or something like that. I'm not quite sure. This is, like I mentioned, very few things within this kingdom that is actually viable. It's pretty much just work with Mang the entire time and just hope that will be enough to win. That's all we can really do. Let's see, let me go kill that, because obviously we don't want the Raven being around. We need those extra battles. We'll go move that over. Grab all that. Free skull, very nice. Also, I forgot to double check. Do I still have a slot left? If so, I might be able to recruit someone if anyone is interested. I need to go double check to see if anyone has gotten it earlier. Didn't even check in the last few hours. Let me go see. Let me backtrack a bit. 1 second. And there's our 2 sigils. Very nice. Back. Guild. And nope, never mind. We got a slot. And I don't believe anyone else is leaving, so that should be good. And even if they were, unlike the other 2 game modes, one interesting thing if you are a guild leader, it's one of the few things that's actually really nice about raids and invasions, is if a person leaves midweek, you still get their benefits. So let's say you have a person and they leave and they did, let's say, 10 battles already. You still get to keep those 10 battles, but also when the other person comes in, whatever battles they have, they will still be able to participate within the week. With Guild Wars, what happens is if a person comes in midweek, they just will not count for anything. They will not be able to participate in Guild Wars and all that kind of stuff. But for raids and invasions, they changed it so that someone coming in midweek would be able to participate, which is kind of cool. That's one of the very few things that they did right with raids and invasions. And too bad they couldn't apply the same to Guild Wars. They might eventually, but as of currently, that is not the case. Okay, we'll go and I'll go take a brown there. See if it gets a skull or anything. What do we even throw this on? There's like nothing with armor at the moment because we're in such the easy battles where pretty much anyone can kill it with anything. You can confirm that mana drain is working on the boss. It's not supposed to. That's weird. Do you mean mana burn or mana drain? Like actual mana drain as in reducing his mana? It specifically states that it's not supposed to, though then again, I've never actually tried because it specifically said that it wouldn't be able to, so I just didn't bother trying. Let's see. Okay, let's move that over. Doesn't really matter too much what we take on these earlier battles, though I probably should be practicing the right mana order. Though then again, the right mana order is basically Rush Mang, then Rush Mang again, then Rush Mang again. And pretty much just spam Mang as every single cast you could possibly do. That is essentially going to be my strategy going forward into almost all of these battles, is spam Mang like crazy. Oh, mana burn? Interesting. Okay. I don't think that was supposed to work on him either. I might need to go put a Queen Mab in then. Maybe I'll replace out Winterwolf and Frostwing then, and get like Queen Mab something else. Because that would actually not be too bad to use the Queen Mab then, for that purpose. That or maybe even bring the little Jackalope. Jackalope is very, very excessively weak, but there aren't really too many mana generators in the kingdom, and that is technically a mana generator, so we'd at least be able to get some value out of it. Can you please surge? Come on. Alright, we'll go take that skull. Even with his reduction, that is not enough. I guess we try for a brown drop there. We do not get it. Anything else that we can kind of move around? Maybe a yellow into a surge. Thank you. Finally it surges. Now we can just get a Mang and then just get the poke, and that's matched. Throw that down dead, and throw this down dead. Let's see. Do we complain to 505, or do you complain to the parent company? That's kind of funny. I don't know how much of the most recent changes were related to their parent company, or their publisher, or to them actually making those changes. I would assume that a good majority of them were more towards the publisher, because I know when Gems of War first started, they were like very good about everything as far as updates and everything. And then slowly and slowly, as the game got more popular, their publisher kept wanting more and more things from them, and that is currently where the game seems to be slightly heading towards. But we'll see what they do in the next few updates. Anyways, we'll go and throw that down. And this one's the boss, so it actually does do extra damage to him. For any of you that don't know, not like it would really be that hard for most people, but the final battle in this one, the Moloch here, the Abrath here, as well as the final battle in each of the dungeons, like for example the Borealis, the Christinex, and the Queen Mab, all count as bosses. So actually even says they're mini boss, and then mega boss. But yes, you can use those boss troops that we get, like the panda and the one that have God Slaying on it. But yeah, we can use this and her to go and do triple damage to them, or quad damage, or you know, whatever their multiplier might be based on their ascension. So you are able to do that. Not like you would really need to, but for some newer players that might be handy information. Anyways, we'll go into, especially if you're actually struggling to do dungeons, it would be an easy way. Just get kind of like one of these, and then boom, you pretty much just win it. At least you'd be able to kill out last slot, that's for sure. Anyways, let's continue. and keep pushing through these. We don't have too many battles, obviously, because I didn't go for as many battles this time around. But we're going to get a good majority of them in. I might end up saving a few of them for tomorrow, just so we have a little bit more to do tomorrow. And then all the other days will just be the default 4, most likely, that we end up getting it automatically. So we'll go grab that one. But yeah, this Frostwing, haven't really been able to utilize it much yet. It does have a potential of doing 4 times skull damage, also has the potential of doing 8 times skull damage, which is quite interesting. It's one of only 3 troops that can hit that high. Well, realistically, it can hit that high, as far as, like, multiplier. What do we do here? I guess we'll just move that over. And, well, there's no point in trying to get that combo down. I might as well just kill it with this. I was gonna try doing the 8 times, but then I just realized, oh, he has, like, no HP. Let's do 8 times damage on something that's already one-shot by a normal skull. That wouldn't show much. Well, we'll be able to show it more, probably tomorrow, once we start getting the higher stats, like the really higher stats on them. For today, I think Frostwing might be completely useless. Might just need to replace it out. But again, as I mentioned, pretty much just rush Mang every single time. If you do not have Mang, yeah, I guess you could try using the newer weapon. But yeah, definitely highly advised if you have 40 red, 40 brown to use Mang. Also, if you don't already, I would advise rushing all your leveling, your hero mastery, to try to go and focus down brown and red first. Because Mang is, at this current moment in time, unless they're going to nerf it, the strongest possible weapon you can use within raids and invasions. Particularly raids, because you have one gigantic boss once we finally reach the boss, which is the main objective you need to take out, and Mang is just so ridiculously good at doing it. Okay, well, this ability is almost pointless for us to even cast, so I might as well not even cast it. So he'll just do that. It's perfectly fine. Throw the Winter Wolf thing down. The reason this is so useless to cast is we don't need the multiplier, since they're so low HP, so we don't really need it at the moment. There we go, down it goes. And on to the next one. And just a few more, and then we're finally at the boss. Of course, the easier stages of the boss, but the boss nonetheless. And there's another Raven. Very nice. Is that, what, now, our second or third? I think it's second. Also, I've been finding a few treasure gnomes as of recently, too, off camera. Nothing really too interesting off them, just like small gold and small stuff like that. Also, it's not even too interesting if we get a Vault Key now. Well, it still kind of is. It's not really as desirable compared to before, because now we already got all the uniques except for the Valraven. Oddly enough, I do not have the Valraven, which is probably like the weakest one out of all of them that's available. Yeah, I don't have it, which is kind of funny. But yeah, still haven't gotten that Valraven yet. That's the only thing that I'm really missing, other than the current mythic guy, that Zugoff thingy. But essentially 0 people, or exactly 0 people in the game own that, so it's not too big a deal that we also don't own it, because no one does, and no one realistically will for quite a while. Also, why did I not do that in a different order? I could actually have already had him killed if I would have done the Winter Wolf on the other one, or done the, I mean the Mang on the other one. But there we go, 2 extra battles, and we get to go claim our reward soon too. I can't even claim them at the moment, I don't believe, because I haven't done the first 2 battles. I believe you have to do these first 2 battles before you can actually claim all of your guild's progress. What are we up to at the moment? Oh, we actually have a, speaking about Vault Keys, we actually have a Vault Key to go open. Oh, by the way, I forgot to show that one Orb of Chaos on stream. If any of you were wondering what we got from that, I accidentally did it off stream because I clicked collect all by a misclick, and then it doesn't let you undo it, so rip. But I end up getting the worst possible drop from it for any of you that were curious. I got a single Orb of Growth, so that was a fail, and yeah, that didn't really go over too well. Anyways. That's what happened with that. If any of you were wondering like why I didn't show it on the video like I said I was going to today, it's because I accidentally clicked collect all. I hate that the button for moving on is right over top the collect all button, so it's really easy to misclick. That's not the first time I've done it, that's for sure. Okay, he has stone skin now, so I can't actually very easily Frostwing kill him, so unfortunate. Guess we just go right for the Mang and go from there. Oh, thank you. That's actually what I needed, except we only needed 1 more mana, so a little overkill, but still perfectly fine. We'll go and... do I even bother skull killing it? Probably not. We'll throw that down. Get that little bit of poke. Throw a Mang somewhere here. Get that killed. I kind of want to use Mang in first slot. The biggest issue with me using Mang in first slot, though, will be that we will die very easily. Like, if they accidentally get the advantage, we are going to die within just a few turns, which is not going to be good. Okay, at this point, we just need to find a nice skull. That will be enough damage due to the boost ratio we have. That's actually 120 damage we just did right there, even though it didn't look like it, but that is how much we hit. We'll go take that. Obviously, it didn't show that much because he doesn't have that much HP. And down it goes. Okay, and now this final little one, and then we can go collect our key and everything and see what we get from those. Also, hello painting, if I didn't already say hi. You're talking about the gold earned in PvP for PS4? Sorry, what were you mentioning? Oh, yes, if you need to go mention something to support, yeah, go contact 505 support. Don't bother contacting Infinity Plus 2. I mean, no, I mean, wait, I said that wrong. Contact Infinity Plus 2, not 505. My bad. Yeah, go to gemsofwar.com, go to support, and make a post there. Or not a post, but submit a ticket. At gemsofwar.com, then click some more support, then click submit a request in the top right, and that is how you contact support about any issue within Gems of War. Yes, do not contact 505 Games. They will probably do nothing. Just contact Gems of War support, because that's Infinity Plus 2, and they handle all the support. And they actually have a really, really good support system, too. One of the better ones out there. They are a little bit swamped at the moment from being backed up from 3.3 related stuff. But I think they've gotten through a good majority of those now, so they're normally pretty good about getting back in a few days or so. Yeah, some normally even quicker. I'm gonna move that. But yeah, if you ever have an issue with the game, like losing resources that should have been yours and stuff like that, especially if you have actual like screenshot proof and stuff like that, definitely go and contact them and let them know, and they're pretty good about reimbursing for stuff, especially for payments and other things. We'll go move that over. Why did that go so much? Wait, what? Since when does his ability look like that? Oh, that's why. Explodes. Oh, I never actually seen him cast before. I didn't even realize that. The King Abereth, instead of removing all gems, explodes all the gems. Wow, that looks really glitchy. I've never actually seen him do that before. I kind of want to see it again. That won't kill him, will it? No, it won't. I want to see him do that again. Please cast. Look at that. Explodes every single gem on the board. That's cool. Too bad a real troop doesn't do that. There's no troop that currently does that at the moment. Gorgoltha's pretty close, but it only does... well, I guess if you had Gorgoltha with 64 or more magic, it would do that. So, yeah, you just need to get a very high amount of magic on him. That's kind of cool. Anyways, we're gonna move that over. It looks nice and sparkly. Sparkly. Explosive-y. I don't know what adjective to use for that. Anyways, gold key. 2 raid boss battles, and now we're finally at this boss. I didn't even double check to see what he does. Kill an enemy and gain 8 attack. Okay, that's perfectly fine. His side effect is really weak. I assume that scales off of magic, but currently he has 0 magic, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that. But yeah, he's the same thing as always. But yeah, immune to all stats effects, devour, mana drain. Oh, you know what? I guess mana burn does work against it. Ah. I don't know if I want this team more or the other one then. But yeah, mana burn would work. I never noticed that. It only has mana drain immunity, not mana burn. Interesting. So yeah, it does specifically not state mana burn, so it should work. Unfortunately, I don't think I want to put a queen map here though, because I want the hunter's mark for the earlier hits on here. I guess for the earlier battles though, you know what? Yeah, for the earlier battles, it would be more viable to use a queen map there. So you know what? Let's use queen map. Replace that, and there we go. We're good to go. Actually, even more so, we could go with a Skady if we wanted to, too. And put the Freya in front of it. Because we're only going to be needing to hit the front lines, too. And that would bring the boss closer to the front, too. Which could be helpful in some instances. I don't know. For now, I think I'll be keeping Queen Mab, though. We have a bunch of freezes. And we might be able to get 4 times, or 2 times skull damage very easily. Since it does have Shatter there. Could even use a Borealis, then. But that would probably be a little too clunky. Anyways, let's just go into the battle, then. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, let's start finally getting kills on this guy. Oh yeah, let me go claim my rewards too. We need to go do the vault key and everything. Hello, Nemesk. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gorgoltha and Liang for the win. For what? PvP? Because you wouldn't be able to do that in this game mode. It's restricted this week to only Glacial Peaks. So we're kind of stuck with all the useless Glacial Peaks troops. But they're not useless. There's actually quite a few viable ones in there, like Queen Mab and such. But the problem is they don't work as good in this game mode, that's for sure. At least we know we can get mana burn now. So he should take damage here. Let me go do this and see. Yes, he does indeed take damage. Okay, so yeah, mana burn's going to be pretty nice for these earlier battles. Oh, wait though. Hold up. That's a bad idea. I can't do that. It gets in the way of Mang because it's physical damage. Rip. Never mind. No, don't use queen map. Completely forgot about that. Whoops. We could actually lose this battle. That would be super sad. Let me go kill him before we somehow lose. And, yeah, never mind. Don't use queen map. I don't know. Yeah. I think the answer then is no for queen map. I really want to, but it gets in the way of Mang. And Mang is way more important than having a queen map on our team. So I'm going to actually have to replace that then. Sorry, Queen Mab. You're being replaced with exactly what we were using earlier. Then we could go Skatey. Because then that would leave 2 options open for us. And it would give us Perpetual Blue Storm too. Most of his troops aren't blue. Because they're all like the undead stuff and things. Okay, we'll give it a shot with Skatey. And this gives us Perpetual Blue Storm too. And it gives double mana burn. Slightly higher damage than Queen Map. Plus it has a Queen Map summon. We're going to do that though. We put that right there. And okay, let's give it a shot this way then. Keep adjusting until we find what we want. You got Skatey from trying to get the Freya one? Very nice. Yeah, it is possible to get it. The chance is ridiculously low. I don't even know what the exact chance is, but it's probably like a decimal of a percent. But yeah, it is actually possible to get any troop within the kingdom from opening up those little things. I think they're more like a glory key or so. Somewhere around there as far as their drop table. Which if that is the case, it's like a 0.1% chance that you'll find a mythic off it. So that is really insanely lucky if you actually did find one. Oh, and here's the freeze coming in play. Very nice. Wait, how did he even get frozen? Hold up. How did it get frozen in the first place? Oh, you randomly froze one, and you randomly froze the first slot. Ah, that's where it got that. Okay, I was gonna say. Okay, we'll move that over. He does a double red, which actually just helps us a lot. So we'll go take all that, move that over. We don't use green, unfortunately. There's not a single viable green within this kingdom. There's one that's decent at like barriering and stuff. The biggest issue with that is it's not good to go slow in this game mode. You want to kill the enemy as quickly as possible. And having something that's really good at tanking is pretty useless, unless it's barrier. But if it's not barrier, it won't really do anything. I guess the other guy technically does have barrier, but it's only for himself. It doesn't barrier other allies, which is pretty important. Okay, right here, we'll just go take Skull. That's enough to kill. And now we just have the 1 to go. I guess we'll Frostwing him and kill him out off a Skull multiplier. So we'll do that. And now to just bait him out into giving us a Skull would be great. Or we'll just Mang him. That will also work. Come on, Skulls. I know you're out there. There we go. Well, he cleansed, but we still had enough damage to knock him out. Also, hello, Lexia. Welcome. Let's see. Also, hello, Kelvera. Welcome as well. The new weapon is actually very good with Queen Mab. Yeah, I was going to use it earlier with her. Or not specifically with Queen Mab, but I did have a team set up for it, which I might end up trying for tomorrow, while the battles are still somewhat easier. Let's see, Cedric Sparkle Sack and the Soul Forge. Yeah, we already crafted it earlier, Captain. I will be doing a video on it probably tomorrow or the following day. But yeah, I will be covering a specific video on Cedric Sparkle Sack, as I have not gotten to do it in the past, because of course we didn't have him at the time, but now we do. So yeah, we'll be covering a video on him soonish. I won't be doing anything this stream, I don't think, on him, but we will be covering that in the very, very near future. Messing around with some fun teams as well as some viable teams. Do keep in mind, he's not like excessively viable. Even though he's similar to a Fairish Ra, he's nowhere near as good as a Fairish Ra. But I'll still mess around with him. What he might be good for, though, is quick explore teams. Quick explore teams where it's a plus 400 gold week where you can actually use it within explore. That might be his biggest purpose, actually, out of everything that he would be able to do. Okay, so let me go hit the boss here, and then we just wipe it out, and then that's match. Well, not exactly match, but it gets rid of the most annoying thing from his team. We're gonna move that over. Take a skull. I'm just kind of waiting it out, and now we'll go for the poke there. And now it's pretty much easy win. We'll go and refresh this thing, hopefully find a skull. Oh, I could have taken yellow to blue, and he didn't even ruin it, so perfect. We'll grab that for ourselves. This skull should kill. As I mentioned earlier, we now have 4 times skull damage. 4 times because we have freeze and web. Would be 8 times if we had a Hunter's Mark, though we don't have anything to place Hunter's Mark on him. But still, 4 times, that'll bring our damage to 120. It's actually going to only do 60 because he has stone skin, but still, that is 60 damage from that skull. And as you can see, he obviously dies to that because it has way more than enough damage. But let's go and I guess reapply this and do the same thing again, and that will kill him if we find a skull and dead. Yeah, Frostwing's a really strange troop that, oddly enough, can get a lot of skull damage in. It's a little bit clunky to kind of set up the team to do so, but since we kind of are stuck with it, we don't really have too many other options, so might as well use it. Yeah, I know, I can't believe we spent like dozens of hours trying to farm a Cedric Sparkle Sack, and then they're like, oh, here, have it for free in the Soul Forge. Well, I essentially consider anything in the Soul Forge for free because we just have so many Soul Forge resources, but yeah, it's definitely a lot easier than the initial way of getting him, which was spam the vault chests like crazy. Okay, so same combo as always. Then again, I kind of want to kill the Val Raven, though he's blocked by yellow, so I don't think I need to prioritize it immediately. I'm just going to go for the boss kill first, and then we'll kill the Val Raven, and do it in that order. I think we'll have plenty of time here. I don't think he's going to really start invading us or anything like that. So we'll just move that over. We took my red. I guess we'll take a blue. It surges. I'll probably put this on his second troop, though I don't want it yet. I need Mang very badly. Let's go move that over. Oh, wait, why did I not take the skull? Hello, skull that's just sitting there. That would have been, well, that wasn't really too needed. I mainly need single targets right now. Anything that can give us single target hits would be great. Okay, so again, single target, throw that there. Get a random freeze. And now we just need a Mang or a second cast of her. Blue he doesn't even use. That's perfectly fine. Move that down. And with how many blues are on the board, we're pretty much always going to get half its mana back. I wish I had a better secondary ability, but yeah, it gains half its mana back if there's 13 or more blue on the board, which comes in very rarely actually comes into play. But at least it's something better than nothing. We'll go throw that down, throw this on him, and then the next goal we do on him will kill him. So there's the freeze web for 4 times damage. And now we just need to find a skull. A lot of cascades, no skulls actually coming in from it, though. Come on, skulls, we need you. Show us the skulls. Why are no skulls falling? And he's already cleansed, so let's do that. And anything we poke him with will kill him now. And down he goes. You got Parrot from a chest? Is it already in the drop table? Whoa. That is... Wait, are you serious? Wait, I gotta open 200 gold keys. Seriously, a parrot? Parrot. Any of the newer ones. Oh, Moneylender's in the drop pool, by the way. I didn't get any of them. I don't know for sure. I don't want to keep wasting my keys. But yeah, if nothing else, Moneylender's in the drop pool, by the way, everyone. If you haven't gotten a copy of him. He is insanely good with Alchemist plus Moneylender combo, followed by 2 troops. You could either use double Goblin Rocket or double Queen Titania, or just about any double troop that does a lot of damage. But yeah, Moneylender is in the drop pool. Really nice troop to have. But yeah, I didn't get any of them. Hey, we got more Firebombs though. I think I already had them. Hey, more Frostlings. It's funny. I don't think there's anything under comments at the moment that are noteworthy. Oh, Tome of Evil, I guess. Did I ever max this? No, I didn't. So at least we got some more Tomes of Evils. Anyways. Yeah, I didn't get any off of this, so we didn't get too many drops. I think we only got like, what, 10, 20 rears or so, maybe 30. But yeah, I didn't see one there. But he might be in a drop hole. That'd be kind of cool if he is. They said they would be 3 to 4 weeks, so that could be a glitch or something if you are getting him. He shouldn't be in the drop hole at the moment. Or at least he's not supposed to be. Oh yeah, let me go take the rewards. I still haven't done that yet. And in doing so, let me go give out a redeem code too. Actually, let me give out the redeem code first, and then we'll see what we get out of the Vault Key, as well as the Orb of Chaos. So let me go do that right now. Also, I'm starting to run low on code. I should probably go contact Salty soon to go get her to give us more. But that reminds me, I think Salty might be streaming after us today. I need to go double check on that. If so, we're going to go raid her, which makes a lot of sense since it actually is raids. We'll raid her during the week of raids. There we go, save that. But yeah, I believe she is streaming right after we finish our stream, so that'll be nice. Copy that, put this in, make sure it works, so I can go give it to all of you guys. Oops, I didn't copy it correctly. Fail. I'm not a robot, and redeem. Hopefully that works, and success. Okay, here you guys go. Here's the redeem code for today. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code. Oh, it's syrup. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Salty's in America now, at the current moment in time. Nowhere's near where I am in America, but yeah, that's kind of funny. I forgot about that, because she was there for that one conference thing or whatever that was. She even mentioned that last week. Forgot about that. Well, still, someone will be streaming. Anyways, there's the redeem code for any of you that want to go claim it. It gives the same reward as always. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings, whatever your game says there. The redeem code is what we posted in the chat, and you use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section, or simply click on the link that I just posted, and that gives the normal rewards of 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Let's see what we get from the 1 gem key. Anything? Anything? Come on. Nope, just a useless mantis. Well, not completely useless, but for the most part, later in the game, you don't really bother using it. It doesn't have any secondary effect, and all it is a little bit of mana generation. And with that being said, let's go and go get our other rewards, too. Our actual ones from the raid. Is that actually a major orb of growth? That's kind of interesting. They didn't do that last week, did they? I don't recall a major orb of growth just randomly being on portal number 3. Let's go collect all this. And no, it's not. What? You gypped me. Oh, no, it is. Never mind. Major orb of growth. Seriously, why? That's weird. I don't mind. I wish it was like a major orb of ascension or something, though. Or a major orb of glands. I like all of them. Major orb of growth is like the worst one. But let's see what we get from the random orb of chaos. And of course, we'll open the vault key as well. So anyways, let's go and see what we get. Come on, blue or purple? Ah, no, I don't need those. That might be good for newer players and stuff, but I don't need them at all. Anyways, let's go test our luck at the vault key. Also, my other account has a vault key at the moment. I'm going to wait until I get like 10 vault keys on my other account and probably just use them all at once. I was going to originally do that on my main account, but I'm like, wait, why don't I just do that on the other account, since I'd probably be throwing all these immediately, whereas on the other account it's a lot easier to save them. But anyways, let me go throw a standard team to go do this. Really, really easy. On my other account, if I was doing it, I'd be using this team. Though on this account, just for slightly safer kills, I will be using Forest Guardian with an Ogren. It doesn't make too big of a difference, but it gives you a much better, more consistent start with higher damage, so we won't really need to worry about them getting away. I have yet to see a single one invade during one of these battles, but still good to play it safe, just in case, you never know. And that's match. Okay, anyways, it takes like 10 seconds, but come on, rewards. 120 gems, 3 event keys, and 2 minor nature trait stones. I believe next patch they're getting rid of the minor trait stones and the soul drops, so that'll be really nice. We won't get these junk from it constantly. With that being said, I believe you may actually, if you really want to get the full value out of your vault keys, I think it's better to save your vault keys, if you're really patient, until next patch comes out, because I believe the drop table of vault keys is being slightly buffed next patch. Not by much, but you won't be getting completely useless tier resources like these minor trait stones. But anyways, we got a 100 gem drop from the one thing. We got a 20 gem drop from one of the gnomes. Well, the 100 gem drop was from the big guy. The 20 gem drop was from one of the gnomes. The 3 event key was from another gnome, and the 2 minor natures were from the other gnome. But anyways, yeah, that's not too bad. 120 gems. I've spent like 250 gems on this event thingy, which isn't that much. And look, just right there is like 165 gems. So that's a pretty good return. That's not even counting all the other rewards, which we still have many more to go through. But yeah, let's see, where are we at the moment as far as those? Let's see, we only got event keys next. Which one's the next nice one? I don't think we'll be able to reach that by the end of the stream. Probably not. But for tomorrow, we'll probably have that one orb. And then, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. These get done so much quicker than everything else. Are some people in my guild going very hard on it? That might be why. Oh, no wonder why. There are a couple of people going to the multi-thousands. That would explain it. I'm not sure how many battles it actually takes, but let's see. Where is that on the leaderboard? Yeah, that's almost like leaderboard placing. Let's see. Guild, 8,898. Yeah, I think he should be on the leaderboard. 8,898. Yeah, he is. That means he's right there. There he is. Lena. Yep. Ended up making the leaderboard. Only current person in the guild on the leaderboard. Normally on these weeks, I just do the standard amount. Currently, I made it a requirement to have tier 3 for my guild, though I'm not sure if I'll be adjusting that down to tier 2 or something. We'll have to just see, because I don't know how many people will be investing higher than that, so I want to make sure everyone does at least a standard decent amount of them, just to make sure that we can very easily get all the rewards. Yeah, I might end up lowering it to only a tier 2 requirement, not quite sure. because that would only be 100 gems compared to 250 gems, which is would be nice to save those 150 gems if we actually don't need it. But I need to gauge it by how far we are by the end of the week. But yeah, I might end up lowering it to 100. Not fully certain yet. But yeah, regardless, rewards are pretty nice. It's one of the only really good things about the game modes too, is it is definitely worth playing for the rewards, if nothing else, because they do have very decent rewards compared to most other places within the game. Anyways, let's go. And even in Guild Wars, for most people, you'd be getting more from raid bosses than Guild Wars. Not like the extremely top guilds, but I believe my guild only gets, what, 200 gems? Let me see. If I go into my, I can actually see exactly if I go to mail and go to collected. How much do we get from the most recent Guild Wars? We have to pay 40 gems in as well as a few other resources. Oh no, it might not go, here it is. We got 200 gems. So we would get a net gain of 160 gems. So yeah, I would have to break down absolutely every single reward in the other thing. But yeah, if we were to go down to a 100 gem expense, that would be way higher than a 160 gem gain. But yeah, I never actually really looked at it like that. But yeah, it actually gives more than Guild Wars. Unless you're like a top few earning Guild War. Like if you're placing like first, second, or third. But if you're placing anything other than first, second, and third, which is like 99.9% of the game, then you are actually getting more rewards from every week that isn't Guild Wars compared to Guild Wars. Anyways, let's go back to raid bosses. And back in we go. Yeah, unfortunately, PS4 and Xbox One does not have access to the codes. Currently, you guys technically have daily tasks in place of rewards, those rewards. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but they're going to be adding daily tasks to PC Mobile very soon. So, yeah, that's kind of going to make it so you guys don't have that unique thing anymore. So I don't know what I'll say then. But yeah, the whole reason why they don't have it available is mainly due to policy issues with the console versions that basically prevents them from doing so, or at least that is their explanation on it. They have tried twice in the past to try to pass it at completely different times, neither of which went by with much success, which is why you guys currently don't have them. They might look into it in the future, but it is not a priority. It is not a priority of theirs at the moment to try to get that situated. So yeah, it could be like a year, if even ever, until consoles get redeem codes, unfortunately. You can pretty much just expect them never. They're not really that much resources, but they are just like a little nice thing. They give it out on their streams as well, whenever they do their stream. So there'll be another redeem code, not on my channel, but once they start streaming soon. Actually, let me double check the thread. I believe they start in 20 minutes, so I'll make sure to end like pretty much right when they start, so I can send you all over there. Let me see, Gems of War streaming thread. I'll be streaming with Ozball today with Kafka. Who's Kafka? I've seen him in global chat. Never actually seen it on stream though. This week we will be playing some raid bosses. She said raid booze. She did multiple O's instead of S. The next week troop preview. Oh, she's also doing next week's troop preview. Interesting. So I'll go catch that then. She didn't say the time, but I assume that's in like 20 minutes from now. Anyways. Unless they're up now. Is anyone on their thing right now? Did they actually start yet? Normally it's like at 9 p.m. when they end up starting. Okay, we'll go move that over. Take the red. That gives us Mang. I'm going to probably do this on first slot just to get his stone skin out the way. So we'll do that. Tap him out. Is Tacet just using Mang for taking armor and possibly backup skulls? I'm using it as my main primary, well, I guess I'm technically using it as a secondary skull, but yes, that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm using Mang to buff up our hero, and then I'm basically just using Mang, I'm using Frostwing as a meat shield. It doesn't look like I'm using him as a meat shield because these battles are doing so little damage to us at the moment, but the whole purpose of not using Mang in first slot is because if we get a bad start and they kill our Mang, we pretty much just auto lose. So that's why he's not in first slot at the moment, and that's basically the strategy we're going with. We're using this thing as easy damage that's still really high. It can get started a lot quicker than a Mang can, and we're also just using it as a meat shield. And there we go. But yeah, that's the whole reason for having that little guy there. As far as having the Freya, this is of course for killing the boss. The 4th troop can be basically anything. I was using Winter Wolf some to try getting Hunter's Mark. I've been using Skady some for the Blue Storm and everything else, but not quite sure exactly what I want to be using for that yet. But for now, we're just sticking with a Skady, because she has a summon too. So worst comes to worst, we can keep summoning Queen Mabs, and hope we can win off of Queen Mabs or something. So at least we have that backup strategy if we truly have to. Also, where are all the Val Ravens? We haven't found one for a little while now. But we'll go move that over. We actually have Mang already. Wow, that was really quick. We'll go grab that. Do I Frost the first slot? I think I do. Just in case we find a skull randomly. Because that'll be enough to kill him, if so. Very nice. We'll take that. Didn't get the extra turn. Oh, there we did. Nice, nice. Okay. I'll take that. There we did. English. We'll go and move this, I guess. That kills it out and moves the other one. Let me go kill the boss. And, oh, he gave us setup, but because I moved the other one, it's not frozen. Fail. Rip. That could have been a kill right there. Oh, well. It's not like we're going to lose this battle. Movement. What do we need? I guess we try for the skull. Didn't get it. I'll take that skull. He dies to shatter. And now we just need 1 poke of any kind. Any kind. Come on, pokes. We need you. I guess we'll take a yellow, poke him, and dead. I'll move that over. And as match, dead. Down it goes. And on to the next one. 7 battles remaining, which means we have about 10, 11, 12, 13-ish battles. Probably more towards 11, I would say, due to the Val Ravens showing up. And where are we currently as far as our points? Still pretty low. Let's see, 920. There should be about 4,000 to 5,000 once we finish all those little battles. And it does look like we might be able to reach Portal 6, though unfortunately nothing interesting happens from Portal 6. Next interesting portal is until 8, 9, and 10. 8 we'll probably have tomorrow night, 9 the following, and 10 probably by Friday or so, something like that. Hard to tell because there's still quite a few people in my guild who haven't done any of their battles yet. Actually, like 1/3 of the guild haven't done any of their battles yet. Okay, anyways, let's go and fight stage 5 and go from there. I have noticed with this game mode that people do tend to do it later in the week, which is perfectly fine. With Guild Wars, it's a little bit more important that people do it day by day. But for this game mode, they could literally do it on the same last day and it would still work out. Okay, we'll go take the red here. Since when has Tacet pronounced Valraven correctly? When have I ever pronounced it differently than Valraven? I've always said it as Valraven. I've never said it any way differently. Maybe I was saying it slightly quicker and it sounded slightly different, but I've always pronounced it as Valraven. We'll go take the red, brown. Move that over. Take a skull. Throw a little poke at it. Oops, I give him brown. Luckily, that's only good against constructs, and that is not a construct. So we're fine. I need the final blow on that. I need a purple or a yellow, neither of which are available, of course, because we need it. So there's none available. We'll get some colors, which actually helps us quite a bit. I guess we take this. What drop do we do? We have a couple different ways to take it. Oops, and I do it in the way that gives them the most amount of benefit. Good job. It's like we have every single possible way to take it. Let's do the one that helps them the most. Okay, we'll go throw that down. Move that over. We got another little poke in there. Before I do, let me just take that out on first slot so we can actually kill it with a skull. He's frozen at the moment, so that will be enough damage. We can also just poke it with this, which I believe is what I'm going for. And I don't think it can freeze the one you kill. So we get a freeze on that one. Good. That leads us to 60 damage, so that's not enough. That's 120 now. So that'll be enough and dead. And as you can see, that did 75. You can very easily do the full 120 if he was actually had that much HP. Though, once they start having more than 120 durability, we're going to start to have some problems, because that's about the highest I can do unless I go add a Hunter's Mark to him. And there's no attack buffs within this kingdom. There are on weapons, but it's much more efficient using Mang than like Cauldron or something on that. I guess technically we could get away with that, but the problem with that is the raid boss would be so hard to kill, and that would probably not work out overall. Anyways, we'll go throw this down, and that'll be enough to boost ratio to the kill. And now all we have to do is actually kill him, and down it goes. I'm using Archer hero class with the team. The reason for this is it has a 15% chance to instant kill, and it also starts with half mana. You can basically use any hero class that starts with half mana. If you want to get slightly more damage, you can use Titan hero class like we were using earlier. Though I believe overall, particularly towards the later battles, you're not really noticing it much on these earlier battles. But I feel like Archer would be better due to its 15% chance to kill. You would have 5 more damage if you were using the Titan hero class, but that makes very, very, very little difference. Yeah, I would probably go with Archer for the most part. And there's no elemental hero class if I'm not mistaken, so you can't get 10% bonus, unfortunately. And even then, that probably wouldn't even be worth it. But yeah, I would say Archer. Archer or Titan fully traded, either one that you happen to have, are both perfectly fine, though I am going with Archer. Just for its 15% skull chance kill. It doesn't work on the boss, obviously, but it works on everything else in front of the boss. So that's the main thing that we're using it for. Any good Ferrous Rod teams? You only have one? For what? PvP or just general soul farming? For general soul farming, you normally run it with Dragon Soul, Double Azurus, Ferrous Ra, or, Dragon Soul, Ferrous Ra, Double Azurus, or Dragon Soul, Ferrous Ra, Azurus, and a Umbra Wolf. Other than that, you can run it if you need a cheaper option, something like a Warlock, Valkyrie, Warlock, Ferrous Ra. And other than that, if you're running it for PvP, I love running it with World Breaker, if you happen to have one. Gorgoltha, anything with a, Gorgoltha, Dragon Soul, World Breaker, and Ferrous Ra ends up working out quite nicely. You can also do it with the hero class, the Dragon hero class, using the Mountain Crusher. Does a similar aspect as well, as far as its effectiveness. Yeah, it depends what you want to use it for. It is a lot slower farming it in PvP if you're only looking for souls, so it is generally a good idea to either do challenges or explore if your only goal is to farm souls. But it's nice to have some passive additional souls. I believe it can gain about 10 to 20,000 just passively in PvP from just simply having a Ferrous Ra on your team. It slows down your wins, but it will net gain you a lot of souls over time, and will save you from having to grind them later. Oops, I forgot to take the green because I don't use the color, so I'm not even looking at it. But let's go kill a Valraven. That needs to go down. What else do we have to move here? He's going to like burn us and do the other thing. I guess we'll go take that. I need something to poke it down with. All the mana goes directly into it, so very easy to take. And we'll just go get that poke in there. Throw that down, and should be good to go. Just have the 2 of those to go kill now. Move that down, double check the board. Not much else to really go for. Maybe just take a red or something. Throw the Surge down. He takes away my browns. I needed those browns, and I don't have multipliers or anything at the moment. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. Do that. Boom. He'll take a skull. I'll take a skull. And then that will kill him. Or never mind. Wait. 60 damage. Oh, he is insulated. I was going to say, how did that only do 60? That was supposed to do 120. I didn't see he had immune to freeze fail. Never mind. That would explain why he didn't die. I was going to say, that really threw me off for a second. But yeah, it's because he has insulated, so he can't be frozen. The troop is so underused, I forgot he even has that. I don't even need to throw this. All I need now is this one single poke. Come on, one single poke. Where are you? Come on, all this board, and you're not giving us any pokes. Here, have this. 3 HP. Not like that makes any difference, because he's still alive. Skatey, you hit. Go. Dead. And now we get a Queen Mab in first slot. Actually, that would almost be a bad thing, not a good thing, if we were using that frontline tank. I didn't think about that either. I might actually need to get rid of Skatey from this team because of that. It could end up blocking our hero when we don't want it to, which would definitely be pretty bad. Yeah, maybe I'll switch. Oh no, I don't want to do Queen Mab there. That's the biggest issue. If I do Queen Mab, we're going to have the issue where it won't be able to, we won't be able to take their armor, or at least not as effectively take their armor. What weapon am I using for my hero? It's Mang. It is a weapon that you get at 40 brown, 40 red hero mastery. I would highly advise rushing to try to get this weapon, as it is extremely good. It is the best weapon in the entire game for raids and invasions. There is nothing that comes even remotely close to their effectiveness. Though, I guess in invasions, Dawnbringer comes a little close, but for raids, it is by far the best possible weapon you can be using. And as I mentioned, you get it for free at 40 brown, 40 red hero mastery. I would highly advise rushing those 2 hero masteries at this point if you are a lower level that doesn't already have it. Because if you are participating within these 2 game modes, it is near mandatory to own this weapon if you don't own a Dawnbringer. So, and even if you own a Dawnbringer, Mang is still better. So yeah, highly advised to get, if you don't already have. Also, thank you, Lisa, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Yeah, Dark Troll into Dragon Soul is also pretty good. Dark Troll gives you the initial souls, then you get to Dragon Soul, then you can do a Ferrous Ra into that. You know Queen Mab actually does damage to the boss? Yes. Someone brought to my attention earlier. I didn't realize he only has mana drain protection, not mana burn protection. The problem with using Queen Mab against it, though, is if you're using the Mang strategy, you want to Mang him before you ever Queen Mab it. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to go and replace this out with Queen Mab now, finally. The reason being is I don't like that Skatey will summon that Queen Mab in front of it. I completely forgot about that aspect. And I need to not block my Mang after the Frostwing dies. So in order to do that, I'm going to need to make sure I don't have it on my team. And he has insulated, so he has protection against that fail. But anyways, I will go move, and I don't have a drop. Oh, yes, I do have a drop there. Never mind. I'll go take that. Very nice. Get a little bit of manas. It even gives us Mang as well. I guess we take the skull because it'll at least give us a kill. He'll go do whatever. We'll go throw a Mang at him. We then killed it with a frost arrow. We're also starting to reach the point where we're not going to be able to do that anymore, which is going to be unfortunate because I'm not going to bother getting higher upgrades. So we might start struggling later in the week, but oh well. Hopefully it will still be fine. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, let's go, and I don't have too many options here, so I'll just throw that at him and try getting a Mang up before he unwebs himself. We'll go take the blue over. Take the... I don't have a drop for that. Never mind. Okay. What's the backup plan? What even is the move? We don't need the green, really? I don't think there is any other move. And then there's just this purple. And then there's that yellow. Okay, now there's more moves because he moved the board. Didn't get the skull. He's throwing a little bit of damage. Barely does anything, though. Oh, he's web too, so he does even less than nothing, pretty much. Okay, we'll go take the green because I don't see another option. For whatever reason, he doesn't go for the skull. I tried for the brown, and we actually got it. Very nice. 1 HP. What are you doing with 1 HP? We'll go throw this at him. Before I do, let me go get a Mang, just in case he takes something weird. And then we'll throw this down. I actually need our thing to die right here. Would be quite convenient. So I'm going to need that to happen. Come on, Frostling. Please go away. I need the other one for higher damage. Never mind, that's fine. We can go web that now. And now we can kill it with a skull, and down it goes. And that would have done 120 or 60 since Stone Skin. And there we go. Okay, let's get a few more battles in there, and then it'll kind of probably just chill in PvP. Or actually, by then, it'll probably be time to go to Salty's stream. I mean, not Salty's, to... oh, what's her name? I keep forgetting the... oh, what's her name? Syrup? Yeah, Syrup. Now I remember. I didn't actually check it. I just remembered. Yeah, there we go. You're 150k souls away from finally getting Dawnbringer? Wait, Dawnbringer? Oh yeah, Dawnbringer. Yeah. Wow, very nice. Congratulations. Yeah, that is a long grind. Been such a drag of the soul farming, yeah. But once you get that, you pretty much never need souls for anything ever again. Well, at least at the current state of the game anyways. Once you get Dawnbringer, that's like the last thing that you ever really spend souls on. Other than just, you know, standard upgrading of troops and such. But by the time if you can afford a Dawnbringer, you're probably at the state of the game where you can easily fully level any troop you ever get. And we are finally at the point where every battle hereforth, we will not have enough damage to one-shot, or at least to Mang arrow combo the boss anymore. So every battle from now on, we're going to need a triple cast it with either a second Mang or a second arrow in order to kill it. Which means they're going to start getting a lot harder now. From every battle we do here forth, unless we will go and get more packs, but I will not be doing that. We will not go down the pay-to-win routes. Okay, we'll go do a bunch of pokes there. Try getting some Mang onto the board. We need one more skull for him. Actually, 2 more, because never mind. He's going to get the reduction. I need to go put this on him just so he dies to 1 skull. First, I need to actually get that skull, though. Would be helpful. Who do I kill out? Probably the guy that's about to do a random stat. And again, he'll die normally to a skull, so we'll go kill out that one. I'll let him do his ability. He might even help me by doing his ability, because he has a really high chance of missing with it. Is this the only move? Okay, we'll give him that. He doesn't even go for the skull, surprisingly. Okay, what do we need? Probably red or brown, either or. We'll take red first, because he doesn't actually use brown, but he does use red. So he's more likely to go take that red if we were to just leave it there. So we'll go kill out his first slot. I need this thing to die so we get higher damage, so I guess at this point it doesn't really matter too much if it dies or doesn't, because we're going to win regardless. Take the skull. I was hoping we'd get a second skull drop, but oh well. We'll throw a Mang, and then anything we do will kill it. And just need to find 1 poke of damage, and we'll be good. Oh, he just killed the thing. That's actually helpful for us, though. Oh, come on. Is there any move that doesn't give him a skull? If I take that yellow, it gives him a skull. If I take the blue, it gives him a skull. Oh, never mind. This green doesn't. There we go. I found one move that doesn't, and it was the one that helps us win. Dungeon reminder? Oh, yeah, dungeon. Yep. I need to not forget to do dungeons. Actually, we'll probably end our raids here then. So that will leave 9 battles for tomorrow. That will leave a pretty competent amount of battles. And then for all the other days, we'll probably throw the standard 4. So, yep, that sounds like a game plan then. So, yep, so far, so good as far as raids. How far did we hit? We hit 1,250 points up to the boss thingy. Haven't missed a single Raven, nor have we missed a single, but that's it. Nor have we lost to any of the raid bosses, though it's still at a ridiculously easy state. But hopefully we'll be able to go the entire week maintaining the 0 loses, or 0 losses, whatever way you say that. Obviously, we will not be making the leaderboard, nor do I have any intention whatsoever to make the leaderboard. In this game mode, it's not really as important to reach the leaderboard. In the other game mode, it does because of all the rewards. But due to how it's like guild cheered, as long as everyone in the guild's doing about tier 2 or tier 3 or so, or tier 4, somewhere around there, you'll automatically get every single portal reward. So that will just kind of handle itself. Anyways, let me go do dungeons before I forget. Haven't taken my tribute all stream yet either. Well, other than the beginning. But I probably missed like 20 minutes on that. Fail. Oh well. Let's go do our dungeons. Just clear through these real quick. And, oops, I'm already on the correct team. It's just not set up correctly. Let me go get the Sunbird in there. And go get the, what was it, Firebomb. And, oops, that's not a Firebomb. Where are you, Firebomb? There you are. Too many things with fire in their name. Okay. Let's go into the battle then. Oops, I just did double, oh no! I did double Sunbird instead of Rowan. Oh no, what I was thinking right there. Fail. Well, I guess that doesn't matter too much. Well, it matters slightly. That's a bit of a fail. That is a bit of a fail. It's not like we're gonna lose, but that is definitely a fail. Okay, we'll go take that. Down it goes. Lantern banner? Which one are you referring to? With the previous theme? I can definitely go try it for tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow we might be trying the one without Mang as well. Then again, I'm not quite sure. Because Mang is just so important. What was I finding again? Oh yeah, I was looking for Rowan. We'll go throw that in there, replace out the Sunbird, and we're good to go. Okay. The amount of time it took me to go replace it in that troop, I could have probably just done the battle already. Because how quickly the battles go. Anyways, let's go take the blue. Throw the Firebomb in there. Get that rolling. What is the loop team with Grim and Infernus? There's a couple different variants, but the one I normally roll with is if you can use absolutely anything. It also works for Purple Day, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Red Day? No, for Red Day. It's Rock Troll. No, not for Red Day. Yeah, for Red Day. Never mind. Yeah, Red Day. It's Rock Troll, Dark Troll, Grim, and Infernus. And all of those troops use purple. No, all those troops use red. I was right the first time. Yes. But yes, it's Rock Troll, Dark Troll, Grim, and Infernus. That is the team. It's the most loopy possible team that you can build out of it. You can build it for Red Day, but you have to put a Hellcat and revamp it just slightly in order to do so. But yeah, you can run it for Red Day if you truly wanted to. But it works a lot better for, I mean, for Purple Day, you can run it. But it works a lot better for Red Day. I personally don't use it anymore. It's still really, really decent. I use it for Purple Day. I don't use it for Red Day anymore, though. Because there's a lot of other options for Red Day that work slightly better than it. Okay, we'll go move that over. And down it goes. The biggest issue it always has is against freeze. Okay, and there we go. Claim our offer. Claim the thingy. And there we go. Well, at that, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I'll probably be sending all of you over to the Gems of War, or the developer stream. I don't know what to call their stream. What should I call the dev stream? Oh, I could probably just call it that, the dev stream. But yeah, the developers of the game stream the game every Monday. And due to the current time zone change, it occurs actually right after our stream, like right now. Let me see if they've actually started yet. Let me go get their Twitch handle and go post it into chat. And what should we go spam them with? Let me know, chat. What should we go spam the Infinity Plus 2 with? Let me see. Have they started streaming yet? They're still offline. What are they doing? What are they doing? Okay. Well, maybe we're not spamming them with anything. But I'll still go give the link. Oh yeah, we'll keep playing then. I'll keep playing until they start streaming then. I'll just keep playing till then. So never mind on that. Yep, we'll continue then. So if anyone still has anything you want me to go over, let me know. What? Never mind, I already answered that. Don't you think they should let you use the Godslayer troop you want, regardless of the kingdom? I kind of wish they would do that. though that would decentivize people actually buying the newer ones, which is probably why they're never going to do that. Raid the raid? Yeah, we're pretty much going to raid the raid when they start streaming. Anyways, let me go to, I guess, PvP then. Actually, well, since it's raids, let's go do, like, one more raid then. Oh, never mind, that's not where raids are. Guild, raid boss, and let's go do it one more time. This is when they're going to start not be able to be one-shotted by us, so that's going to be annoying. Oh, Valraven too. Okay, good thing we did another battle. We actually got a Valraven out of it. So let's go and do just that. Go to oh, why did I give it purple though? At least it wasn't 5 times yellow. Could you imagine if I gave it 5 times yellow? That would have been horrible. Okay, how do we play this? He has so much mana right now, which is definitely not good. I don't know if I should rush the Valraven. I believe the answer to that is yes, so we'll go for that. He's pretty much dead. All I need is 1 poke on him, which should be pretty easy. From here forth, I just need to go and basically kill out the boss. To do this, I will need another Mang, and then throw her ability down. How do I do this? I could take the green over, drop all that, get a Mang on it. Oh no, it has Annihilation! How do I do this? He might take the skull, and if he does, that'll be good for us. So we'll go through this first. Okay, good. Out of everything he could have killed, that was actually the most beneficial one for us. Yeah, we did dungeons. We just did them. And this will not kill it, unfortunately. We have now reached a point where we cannot kill them. Or at least not in one shot. At least we could still skull them all down, which is decent. But yeah, I can't really deal with that boss quickly anymore. So it's going to be very annoying, since he's probably going to get an Annihilation every single battle from now on. Also have to be really careful, because our hero has ridiculously low HP. So that's going to die pretty easily, if I'm not careful about what I take. And let's match if I can find one more skull, or a Mang at him, or really anything that does any amount of damage would indeed kill him. So let's take that, and that is indeed the kill. And down he goes. So yeah, they're definitely going to start to get a little bit harder since we have the lower thing. And the fact that we can't really build anything too good. But there we go, we actually had more battles than we had earlier. I'm a raid boss? Sure, let's go with that. Let's go with what William said. When we go and spam them, everyone type in I'm a raid boss. When we go and spam them. Let me go get that set up. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I have it set up for when... Oops, that didn't work correctly. That didn't work correctly. What is with this? Okay, 1 second. I tried copy-pasting your thing, but it's spaced weirdly. Let me see. I have no clue what it's doing. Oh, it's because of the link, how I have it. Let me see if I put a space there. There it is. Okay, I see why it did that. Okay, yeah, I'll get ready to spam them in a second. Let's see, have they started yet? They still haven't started. Come on, Infinity +2. Okay, well, we'll just keep messing around with stuff. Let's go to some PvP. I haven't done, like, any. Actually, you know what? Let's go farm some Explore. This event objective is ridiculously easy to do if you go into Explore. You could just keep spamming it over and over again. And you could just use any standard team, like our standard, like, Explore stuff, and it kills them out super, super quick. Any thoughts on, wait, after leveling Kingdoms, is the guild tributes the only real use for gold? Yes. That is why after you've gained a level 10 on all kingdoms, you generally want to try to find yourself into a decent guild that is doing about as much gold as you make per week. So if you're making about 30,000 gold or 300,000 gold per week, you'd want to find a guild around 300,000. If you're doing about 100,000, you'd want to find a guild around 100,000, so on and so forth. However much gold you're making a week on average is the kind of guild you want to go join once you have gotten every kingdom to level 10. Because basically the only gold sink therefore is your guild, and the more gold you're accumulating per week, and the more gold that you're putting into your guild that's as a minimum, the more rewards you'll be getting basically for free. And if you're in a guild that happens to be doing 100,000 gold or more, you'll be getting every task done within the guild every single week from your guild, which is a lot of free resources for doing almost nothing more than simply the normal amount of PvP and everything that you would normally already be doing. But yeah, whatever your current gold amount is per week, try figuring out what that is that you end up gaining, and then try joining a guild around that range. And if you're looking for some, the Gems of War forum is the best location to do that, because that's one of the main locations where people recruit. You can also do it in Global Chat 1 if you want, though it's a lot more, or a bit more organized if you try doing it on the official forum for the game. Let's see. Any thoughts of a Guild Wars should be every week? It used to be. And the new events, Tower, Raid Bosses, Gnome, the Bounty per week. That would be interesting if it was like that. though I don't know if they're ever going to make that change, though they actually do have enough game modes where they could do that, because they added 4 new game modes, and there are normally about 4 weeks in a month, so yeah, that would end up working. I'm not sure if they would ever make that change, but yeah, they're still going to be making tweaks to them. If they're specifically going to be doing that, probably not, but does seem like that would work out pretty well if they were to do something like that. Yeah, I do miss Guild Wars. I know I somewhat was starting to get tired of it from having it like every single week, but now not having it every single week makes me want to have it every single week. I don't know, Guild Wars, the strategy that you use in Guild Wars is a lot more dynamic than what you use in these game modes. In these, like, various game modes, the strategy, well, not what we're doing right now, but, you know, in, like, raids, invasions, stuff like that, the strategy is essentially the exact same for the entire week, whereas at least with Guild Wars, the strategy that you use per day is different. There might be 6 different strategies that you have to keep using over and over again, but at least you're using 6 different strategies. With how raids and invasions currently set up, normally for raids you only have 1 or 2 strategies, and for invasions you normally only have 2 or 3, and that's like at most. Sometimes you can even have less than that, where it's only 1 for both of them. But there aren't really that many options, particularly when you have to use the pure kingdom, like on raids week, because there are a lot of kingdoms that do not build good within themselves, and Glacial Peaks is one of those kingdoms. It is really bad at building a pure team from its own kingdom. There are some kingdoms that would be a lot better, like for example, 4 times goblins would be absolutely insane. That'd be like, I mean, 4 times Jin would be one of the easiest weeks ever for them to have a raids for. But there are some really hard ones that they could have, like let's say Kedar would be pretty bad to use a pure kingdom out of, because it's basically just all soul gaining and skull spam troops. And since the enemy would have higher skull damage than you, you'd pretty much just be killing yourself with skulls. That would actually probably be one of the most annoying weeks. Would be a Kedar event. We'll go throw that down. That's a pretty funny guild name, Gem Theft Auto. Did you forge a Sparkle Sack? Yes, we currently have 2 Sparkle Sacks, and I highly advise everyone to get one. Because he's probably not going to be available for a while, and the alternative means of getting him is ridiculously annoying. So, yeah, definitely go and get yourself one if you have the spare gems, the spare diamonds to do so. Go throw a Sunbird here. We'll be doing teams for him either tomorrow or the following day. One of those 2 days we will be covering a video on Cedric Sparkle Sack and going over basically everything related to him. And how much progress did we get on the current events? Looks like we got to 139, almost did souls. We'll do the last of that a little bit later. I don't need to do all of it now. We could easily do it in about 3 hours if we were to dedicate some time to it. We'll probably do most of it off stream. Shentang, I know, Shentang was actually really good. Even though it didn't really seem like much, Diviner really helped put it together. Oh, sorry, Lurking, did I miss your question like 2 times now? Let's see. Do you need to? No, you'd be perfectly fine with only 1 Cedric Sparkle Sack. I only bought 2 because there's some teams I want to test that use 2, so I can't test them if I don't have 2. I won't know until I actually do the video on if 2 of them will be viable or not. I assume it won't be, but I still want to mess with it just in case, because you never know. Let's see, you made a team appropriate, but I'm pretty sure the Sparkle Sack teams are going to mainly be Alchemist, Moneylender, some kind of troop that scales off of gold, and then Cedric Sparkle Sack will most likely be the team that gets used with them. Let's see, you made a team appropriate for your level. You're a level 80. You put Lord Ironbeard, Archdruid, 2 times Firebomb. Interesting. Is this a good idea to use them? Can you use it right now? Well, I wouldn't be able to get away with that in early game. This late in the game. Archdruid does almost nothing. Isn't that the one that does the, what does that do? Elemental boost, right? Yeah, double of elemental. Wait, is he actually an elemental? I don't believe he is. Lord Ironbeard. Is he? I never noticed that. No, he isn't. What's the combo then? You would need to go replace out, that team could be okay, but you would need to replace out Archdruid for something better. Also, you're using 2 epics. You might as well just be using Sunbird with something else if you're going to be going down that route. Even just Sunbird Rowan, which you get for free. The Rowan from the Forest of Thorns Kingdom. There isn't much need to change it from that. Of course, there are plenty of other things you could use for it, though. With single targets and a single target buff, that's not really going to be that quick. It's going to be a very, very slow team. And since they're epics, you're not going to really be able to trait them either. Epics are ridiculously hard to trait. and these troops that you mentioned are a little bit better with their traits, whereas things like Rowan don't really need their traits at all, and they still are just as effective. You made 7 million gold last week? Wow. I think on average I normally make about 1 to 2 million gold per week approximately. It can vary depending on how much I play, obviously, but on average it's about, I'd say 1.5 million or so. Unless I'm really playing a lot, in which case it could be like 3 or 4. I can't remember the last time I hit 7 million. There was one week I hit 7 million. There's actually one week I think I hit like 9 or 10 million. It was the week I tried going for number 1, and we were only beat out by a bot at the time. Also, hello Medieval, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you were to create a banner, what color would you choose? Probably, options. Probably +2 yellow, +1 brown, -1 blue, or -1 green. Probably -1 blue. +2 yellow, +1 brown, -1 blue, I believe. There's a few other ones as well. It's always when you need that banner, it's like, oh, I wish that banner existed. I wish I just had a custom way to make like any +2, +1, -1 banner. Because I don't think, even if they add, I forget how many combinations there were, but I think even if they add like 30 more kingdoms, that still won't even cover every combination of +2, +1, -1. And I always keep forgetting which ones exist. I just wish every single possible combination existed. I know there wouldn't be any realistic way they would be able to do that with the current system, but it would be very, very helpful if that was a thing. Do you need to fully trade the boss event troop? No. This week, it's actually not really even that viable to go and fully trade. The only really good trait on her is her first trait. In invasions, when you have to kill towers, it's a lot better to fully trait them. Though for raid bosses, they aren't really that good to go fully trait. The only thing you need on her is fast, and you don't need any arcanes for that. She gets 2 other traits, Armor Piercing and Godslayer, but in this game mode, you don't normally get to utilize these, because the boss is all the way in 4th slot. So to really start using these traits, you would need him to be all the way in 1st slot, which means you either have to kill all 3 of the frontline troops quickly, or you have to go and move him to 1st slot, both of which aren't really that viable to do. So yeah, you really only need her first trait, which is fast. Actually, one other strategy that I don't think I mentioned earlier, forget if I did or not, but it might actually be more viable if you're going for, let's say, tier 4, to not ascend her and use 2 Freas on your team. So like, instead of using that Queen Mab or whatever I might use for my 4th slot, use the 2nd Freya instead, and then you have 2 troops that have fast trait. Then you simply just go Mang it, throw 2 of her at it, and then boom, you pretty much just killed it. But yeah, that's probably the best strategy you can do right now. Something like some kind of frontline trash troop that will die quickly, followed by Mang using Archer Hero class, followed by 2 Freas would be your best possible option. Obviously, I only have 1 because I'm not going to be buying that many. Yeah, if you are going to be doing that, 2 Freas would probably work better than about anything else that you can really get. And you don't even need it traded, though you could, of course. But all you really need is that first trait. That's the main thing that she gets the most value out of. Fast trait, start with half mana, get the double poke in quickly, or the single poke if you're using 1 Freya, and go from there. Throw Mang, then Freya, and then that's pretty much dead every single time, or pretty much dead at that time. Anyways, did they start yet? They still haven't started. Stream in 20 minutes? Gosh, they still haven't started yet. Well, I guess we'll keep going then. We'll go until they start. If they're not going to start, we'll just keep going then. Well, I guess we'll go and farm, I guess, a little bit of... I don't know, I'll stick with PvP. Let me go switch back to a real PvP team, though, like the Divines. If anyone still has any other questions, just let me know. We'll get around to them. Hey, look at that. Okay, good thing we kept going. Look at that. Look at that luck. Now, let's get a vault key from that, please. Definitely give us a vault key. That would have made this so worth it. Come on, Volkey. Volkey, Volkey. Go. Throw another Infernus. Come on. Throw another Infernus. Volkey. At least something good, if not a Volkey. First Volkey would be the absolute best thing you could give. Come on. Something good. 5 gems. Better than nothing. There's quite a few things that could have been way worse than that. I'll take it. Better than getting, like, 2 minor trait stones. That is for sure. There we go, take that, take that. Also, for any of you that are curious, the next Vault event is not this Friday, but the following Friday. So that next weekend. So from the 30th, I believe it starts, is the exact day. So if any of you are interested in farming that up, that is when you'll be able to do so. Will I be doing so? Probably not. I still do need the Valraven, but with knowing our luck and how badly we did at it last time, I don't think I'm going to be going too far out of my way. We'll still be playing the decent amount like we normally do, but I don't think I'm going to specifically go out of my way to try to farm them. Maybe a little bit since we have to explore anyways. So maybe I should stop spamming explore during these days and wait till oh wait, never mind. That's not this week, it's next week. So never mind, exactly what I was saying. But yeah, for that week, we'll probably be doing basically just a normal amount of battles, unless the event is specifically centered around it. Oh, that was a question for them to stream in 20 minutes? I'm not sure. They're still not up yet. They didn't even give you a response to your question, so... They're even later when Salty's not there. Gasp. I think they might be waiting on that other person that I forgot who that was already. But there's a third person coming on stream who normally isn't on stream, who I don't think has ever been on stream yet. And if they have, I haven't actually seen them on stream. But yeah, so they might be waiting for that person. Not quite sure. They haven't given an official response yet, I don't believe, anywhere. Let me see if they made one on the forum. One dev at a time. I don't know what that was replying to, but that was 24 minutes ago. Now we'll go throw a cast down, get an Infernus, move that over, take the other one down, get another Infernus in there, and we'll just go get this down onto the Browns. Go get that, another Infernus, and we'll be good to go. See if we can get our alignment. But yeah, if anyone still has any other questions, let me know. Let's see, you might be missed if you answered. Had the Wanderer away for a second. Would you craft Queen Mab if you don't have one? Or keep saving for the Mythic and the Soul Forge? Probably would craft a Queen Mab if you don't have one. Especially if you can get the traits for it easily or don't mind grinding out for them. Fully traded Queen Mab is a very good utility to have. So yeah, I would highly advise getting it. You can get it in event keys right now too, though I believe it would actually be cheaper just to craft it in the Soul Forge than it would be to try to throw event keys. Unless you happen to get very lucky at it. Which could happen, but overall it might just be better just to craft it. But yeah, I would get a Queen Mab if you don't have one. Do fully trade it though, if you can, because it gets a lot more value once you fully trade it. If you don't intend to fully trade it, then maybe don't get it, but yeah, it's the best mana burn and the best freeze by a pretty large margin. Nothing comes even close to being as good of a freeze or a mana burn as a Queen Mab. It can fully freeze the enemy team in 0 turns, and it can... mana burn the entire enemy team in 0 turns. So it has 2 really good high impact 0 turn capabilities that are both not only 0 turn but also the most effective of both those 2 aspects. So yeah, definitely really, really nice trip. Personally won't be seeing me using it too much in Invasion. It's really, really good on defense though. But the reason you don't see me much in Invasion is it's really bad against Impervious, and I don't like having to constantly switch out into different teams just because they're running Impervious on the team. The reason she's so bad against Impervious is because Impervious has immune to everything she does. Even though she's really high impact, she's easily countered by it. Since mana burn, Impervious has immune to her mana burn as well as immune to her freeze, and that's like 90% of what she does. So yeah, she basically does nothing otherwise. What's a good team with Uriali? Almost nothing. Uriali's mainly used with a Gurgultha frontline sometimes, or with all Nagas. You normally use it with other true damage options to essentially just kill them out very quickly. And as far as an actual team, it would be something along the lines of Gurgultha, Crimson Bats, or Draculus, one other utility troop for mana generation, and then a Uriali. You could also go down the Naga route and do a Bone Naga, followed by double Marilith into a Uriali, and go and kill them out that way. And then you can keep replacing the Bone Naga with additional Bone Nagas from your Uriali, and win out the battle in that method. It would get a pretty decent boost ratio. Her boost ratio is boosted by 2 things, by all Nagas on the team, as well as all Undead. And by doing that team that I just mentioned, you would have 5 of those. You would have a Naga Undead, you would have, and then you would have 3 individual Nagas. So that would be a total of 5 total for your bonus, which would be, I believe, 10 additional damage per cast on her, which is quite a decent amount of extra damage. And also with the Mariliths, the reason you use double is they have a +1 red mana on their banner, and you can utilize that +1 red in order to get quicker mana on Marilith. You want to make sure your Mariliths have a total of +3 bonus. The reason for this, or +3 red, I mean, as their bonus. The reason for this is because you can 2-turn Marilith even with 0 mana surge if you do that, and it makes it really easy to spam Mariliths over and over and over again, which is quite effective. Do we not have alignment? Yes, we do. Wow, we actually got it barely. Very barely, but that's still enough to get it, so perfectly fine. We'll move that, move that. What else do we have to move around? Not much. Let me take a skull and then throw the Infernus down at it. Do we even have a Diviner? Not really. Oh, well, we do. We'll go throw it on blue just so he doesn't have it. We didn't really need that, but he needs to not have that, so that's helpful for us. Makes his cracking quite a bit useless, since he doesn't have any extra turn potential, nor does the Nyx. Anything else to move? I guess we just Infernus it, go from there. And is that match? Yeah, that's match. Take a skull, and down it goes. The stream still has not started. What are they doing? They're 20 minutes late. Dun dun dun. It might be like a whole half an hour late. I'm normally never that late, unless I'm sleeping. Unless I'm accidentally sleeping because I overslept. That's the only time I'm ever that late. So actually, I shouldn't say that, because sometimes I am late by about like an hour if I am sleeping or something. That normally only happens on Fridays or Saturdays, though, particularly Saturdays, because let's say a new Mythic comes out on a Friday. I will wake up on a Friday. I will wake up very, very early in the morning at like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something, super, super early. And then, of course, I'll just be doing my normal day, doing the stream and all that. But then once Friday night comes around, I'm so tired because I woke up the previous day so early, and then I like oversleep the following day on Sunday. That's happened like 5 times already. And almost all those times my alarm did not go off. That or I slept through it, one of the two. One of the two. Okay, I'll go and take the brown over. They are so professional. Let's see. We'll go throw that down on brown. Oh, it was pretty funny. I'm pretty sure almost none of you watched it. Because almost none of you probably played a game, if even any of you. Oh, come on, he just won. That's the power of this team. But old school RuneScape, they're trying to... they have a game mode on it that they're trying to basically make into an esports, and which is called Deadman mode, which is basically in old school RuneScape, it's like a ultimate like death roguelike version of the game, which is kind of cool. Never actually played it yet, but they're trying to make it into this like whole competitive thing. And they did their tournament this Saturday, and the tournament was delayed by about half an hour. And do you know why? Because of a Windows 10 update that they forgot to do prior. So they had to delay the entire tournament by a half an hour because the computers that they were using needed to go through a Windows 10 update. It was quite hilarious. But yeah, talk about professionalism. It was actually a $30,000 tournament, top prize of $20,000, and it got delayed by a half an hour because of a Windows 10 update. Good job, Windows 10. Good job, Jagex. Anyways, let me just exit this battle because this is obviously lost due to that amazing amount of damage. Let's go into the next battle. Oh, what's the link? The link is Infinity+2 at twitch.tv. Let's see. Have they started yet? No, they haven't. And we're going to spam them with I'm a raid boss. Actually, let me go post that right there. But yeah, that's the link. And I'll go post that again when we're actually going to go spam them. I'm waiting till they actually start, though. So we'll just keep streaming and answering questions until they do. Let's see. What do we even need here? I guess we'll go for a Mercy. Go get that down. Okay. What else? What else? We'll go take a yellow, take a green. And, yeah, I'll throw Infernus down. They're starting at 9:30? Okay, that's 5 minutes from now, then. Assuming that's my 9:30. He's gonna get Dawnbringer. I can't do anything to that. So we'll go throw an Infernus at it. There he goes, grabbing that. What? Are we gonna lose twice in a row? No, we're not gonna do that. Don't you dare lose twice. We got this. Okay, let's go throw down the blue right there. Hopefully we have a convert. We got it. Nice. Get the Infernus in there. Get the nice little poke. Double check the rest of the board. Looks good. Throw the Infernus down. And down it goes. Hits our double kill. Very nice. Actually hit quite perfectly. Throw that in there. Gotta do it on Gorgolfa, but it'll still do a pretty decent amount of damage. Or not. Never mind. Did we just hit like 6? I think we hit like 6 total damage. Fail. Because it all got clumped together, making it do less. Oh, he's gonna get Scorpius on us. Luckily that doesn't actually yield a kill because we're not poisoned. And now he has nothing else to use because everything is dead. Though he can still hit us with skulls pretty heavily. I guess we'll take that yellow. Need to get an Infernus up. Once we do that, we pretty much just win. So we'll do that. He'll take a skull. And now we can just kill him off Infernus. And good, he doesn't revive. And down he goes. And yeah, even from PvP. PvP and Explore this week are both giving a really good amount of event gems. Super easy week to go and get all the event stuff done. So definitely highly advise doing it this week. We'll go take that. And it's 2 game modes that people tend to spend some of the most time in as well. It's Explore and PvP, which is nice. Alright, we'll go move this over. Can you please go? There we go. It doesn't want to swipe. We don't have a Mercy. Also, taking it will just give him a lot of value, so I'm just going to move that over. That gives us pretty much everything we need. Throw the Infernus, go from there. We'll be good to go. Nice extra turn right there, out of nowhere. I'll take it. Speaking about extra turn, go grab that. Go get a Diviner in here because I need the boost, hopefully on Magic. Nope, didn't get the Magic. Got the Enchant, though. Guess that's still somewhat helpful. Go grab that. Double Skull. Now we can Infernus now that they're next to each other. And hopefully we'll have alignment on this, which we do, which he hasn't earned. Perfect, and that's match. Super overkill by like 100-something damage, and we still had more. And a revenge battle. Very nice. And then they should have started their stream by then. So if you guys have the last questions, let me know. We'll go move that over. Yeah, the Deadman tournaments for old school RuneScape have always gone pretty bad, except for the previous tournament. The previous tournament was actually amazing. It was the only tournament they ever did that actually went over very well. But then they completely messed it up doing it with this one. They had like the most perfect tournament ever, and then just completely failed the one after. Okay, we'll go and don't even need here. We'll go throw this down. Yeah, there are some esports that I slightly got into in the past, so I could never see myself getting into RuneScape's esports thing, mainly because it has a lot of sketchy things occurring in it, not only from just the developing side, but just from the actual players themselves, between real-world trading and scamming and just everything related to it, and just streamer advantage. Like, people who are really popular in the game just have such an advantage because they can get like large groups of people to protect them, as well as just get donations from the people who are watching them, and to just get like a gigantic advantage from anyone else. Seems like a really clunky thing that just doesn't really make much sense. I also never was really big into like PKing on RuneScape either. I mainly play the game for the economy aspect and for like the building up your account aspect, because I do like messing around with the market on there and everything like that. Quite a bit of fun just to kind of mess with. Let's see. It's kind of like a little mini stock market without any risk associated with it. Or, you know, not like any real money risk associated with it. We'll go and throw Infernus down. Get a Mercy or something. Actually, never mind. I don't even need... Yeah, we'll go for the Mercy. Go grab that down. Get some Skulls. Get an Infernus down. What do you think of this team for Winter? Winter Knight, Freya. Wait, Winter Knight. Oh, yeah, that's the one with Barrier. Freya, Queen Mab, and Yeti. What are you using for damage? Just Queen Mab? Well, I guess the Freya as well. Yeah, I guess it would work okay. I don't see why not. If you're going to do something without hero class, it seems decent. Though, as far as Yeti, what is that for? Just a little bit of poke damage? I forget what the secondary effect on Yeti is. What is it? I should completely forget it because I haven't needed to use it forever. I know it wasn't anything too good, but I think he does have some poke damage on him. What does Yeti do? Let me go double check it again. What team do you use for this week's raid? We use this team. Games. No, it's not under Games. Guild. Raid Boss. And it is... where'd it go? Right there. We're using Frostwing, Mang, Freya, and Queen Mab. I might be making some adjustments to it. Frostwing is for 120 skull damage due to 4x boost ratio. Mang is for hitting the boss immediately, as well as gaining ridiculous amounts of attack. We have it set to Archer for the 15% extra kill, as well as fast trait. Freya, obviously, because she's the raid boss Godslayer thingy, so does extra damage. And Queen Mab, because that actually does hit the boss, and we can utilize it for freeze, as well as just some damage. And yeah, it's pretty much the team I'm rolling with. The two things that could possibly be replaced are Queen Mab and Frostling, though for now, mainly just Queen Mab I'm kind of looking to try to find an alternative for. Speaking about Yeti, what does Yeti do again? I haven't even looked at that card pretty much since he got released. Yeti. Damage to an enemy, double if they're frozen. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. Could be a lot better, but at least he has Water Link if nothing else, which is quite helpful. But yeah, that would be perfectly fine to use that Yeti. I don't see why not. Let's go claim the event thingy. Let's go claim the mail. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of PvP tier rewards. Nothing else though, because I already claimed all the other stuff from earlier. And that's that. Let's see, did they start yet? Do we need to go raid them? Let's see. They said hi. Let's see. Hello. Have they not started? They still haven't started. They said hello, though. They said hello, but they still haven't started yet. What a fail. I guess I'll go send you guys over now, then. What team? Oh, never mind. I already answered that. Unless there was any other questions or anything. But yeah. I guess I'll wait just a little while. I want to wait till they actually start so we can go spam them. Oh, how far should a lower level player go into the shop for raids? Probably only tier 2, I would say. Maybe tier 3. Really no need to ever go any further than that. You've been going to tier 5 for the trait stones, not using them on the troop. Is it worth it? Probably not. I guess it could be okay. Depends if you really want to carry your guild or not. I believe tier 3 is perfectly fine. But if you are doing tier 5 for the trait stones, that could be useful in that you could use it for actual real good troops instead of wasting it on whatever the raid thing is on the week. So that's actually a pretty good idea too that you're already doing. But yeah, I think tier 2 or tier 3 as a newer player would be perfectly fine. You'd be better off using that excess gems at other locations within the game, like on gem keys and event keys would be the main 2 aspects of the game where gems are generally best spent. Also, if you're going to be spending that much gems, you'd be much better off spending it not on the raids or invasion weeks, but to use it on the monthly bounty hunter instead. You'd get a lot more value out of the bounty hunter because it's on an individual basis and it's slightly cheaper. So if you are going to spend that much, you might as well spend it on bounty hunter instead of on raids or invasions. But yeah, raids and invasions, they still have decent rewards, but since it's a group effort, you can get carried quite a bit by whatever your guild is already doing. And just doing a small general amount would be perfectly fine. If you go too high with it, you're not really going to get your money's worth unless your entire guild is also going that far with it. So if you're going like tier 5, but no one else in your guild is going like tier 1 or 0, then you're not really going to get much of a benefit from doing that. Whereas if you go to tier 5 or higher in something like Bounty Hunter, you get a lot more benefit from it. Plus it's slightly cheaper and better rewards. But yeah, do keep that in mind. But yeah, mainly as a newer player, the 2 biggest places you're throwing your gems are gem keys, mainly gem keys, though occasionally event keys if there's something really good in a drop hole. Currently this week it's Borealis, Queen Mab, and Skady, though the fact that you can just craft Queen Mab out of diamonds in the Soulforge makes it so you don't really need to even bother with event keys. But yeah, gem keys generally the best thing you want to throw your gems at as a newer player. How long will I be streaming? Pretty much until they start streaming is how long we're probably going to be going for. Normally we would end it half an hour ago, but I did want to wait all the way up until their stream. But they delayed their stream by like a half an hour, so that hasn't happened yet. Let's see, are they up yet? Nope, they still haven't started yet. Stream starts in 24 hours and 24 minutes. Wait, no, not started yet. Still sorting out. Okay, they're still sorting some things out. Maybe they needed a Windows 10 update. No, that would actually, oh, I could have taken an extra turn there, fail. That would be hilarious if that's actually why they're waiting. They forgot to do a Windows 10 update on the computer. Because I believe they do use a separate computer for these streams. We'll go move that. Oh, they are now? Oh, never mind. Okay, let's go raid them then. Let me go finish this battle. I didn't see that I just got on. We'll go throw this down then. Let's just end this one battle. And then we'll go raid them. Because why not? It would make the most sense to go raid them during raids. And, okay, there we go. So let's go and raid the Gems of War stream. You can find it at Affinity +2 with all of that typed out underneath twitch.tv. And I'll be posting the link right there. But yeah, go spam them with I'm a raid boss. Not with the quotations, just I'm a raid boss. But yeah, go spam them. There's your stream. Twitch.tv/Infinity +2. And if that link for whatever reason is a dead link, if you just go to Twitch and then like type in Infinity +2, you would very easily find them. Or even just type in, go to Twitch TV and then type in Gems of War, and they should probably be the only person streaming Gems of War, similar to how we're about the only person really streaming it on YouTube. But yeah, go and raid them. And yeah, that'll pretty much be it for tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll be back same time tomorrow, 1.5 hours prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll just be messing around with the raid boss battles, maybe doing a different team for it, and just kind of chilling, answering questions, all that normal stuff. But yeah, hope you all enjoy yourself, have a wonderful week, and nothing really special happening this week. Next special thing happening in Gems of War will be the Vault event that will be occurring on the 30th, and will last that entire weekend until Monday reset. But other than that, pretty much a standard normal event for next week, and the rest of this week we're not getting anything new, so nothing too interesting in that. They are quite confused. Are they confused? I didn't actually go into the thing yet. But anyways, guys, enjoy their stream. I'll see you all later. Leave a like if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone.